Am I audible? Hello. Yeah. In this, we can discuss the problems which are asked previously on arrays. So the common problems which arrays are, there are two common problems. So one is bubble sort, one is selection sort. So we are going to solve two questions today. One is bubble sort, one more is selection sort. So merge sort and quick sort we can see in the following lectures, the sorting techniques. Okay, these two sorting techniques we use arrays. So these two questions are asked under array sections. So we can solve these two questions now itself. Okay. So if you can see here, this is a previously asked question for WIPRO, Microsoft, SAP Labs, Cisco, etc. etc. So this question is asked in many exams given by many companies. So the simple thing is it is bubble sort. Okay, whatever the input is given, it doesn't matter. So we just have to sort this particular input which we receive, right? We have to sort in ascending order. This is what we know, right? So then the problem is solved. So let us discuss the basic idea. So this we know that the concept used to solve this is arrays. Okay. So let us consider the input if the input is 2, 10, 8, 7. So these are received array from input. So we have to sort this particular array. How do we solve? So we just have to make this entire array. The basic idea is we have to make this array sorted. So for example, it is in unsorted way. So we have to sort. How do we sort? This is the least element. If we see with our eyes, we can say that. So this is the smallest element. It should go to, sorry. Yeah, this is correctly sorted. We have to sort it in ascending order. So next, if you see the 10, so we'll compare these elements with each and every element, and it will go to the last position. And 8, so 8 is in right position. So 7 you have to move to this particular position. So this is what we know. By seeing with our bare eyes, we can say that, okay, we can sort like this. But how do we sort? Like, how do we write logic in terms of this bubble sort? So let us say, let us consider two loops here. One is outer loop, one is inner loop. So outer loop passes to all the traverse traverses to all the blocks individually. So inner loops compares with one number with other number. Okay, then we can write the logic there. Before I explain this exactly how the logic works, I'll give you the snippet code. So let us try snippet code for this. So the function which uh, solves a problem. So we have to write bubble sort. So this function typically takes two inputs, two arguments, that is one is an array, right? One is an array and the other is n. Alva. Next, the outer loop. Let us traverse to the outer loop. So it starts from the integer 0 to so it traverses I less than n minus 1 because 1 will be automatically sorted. You don't have to test that. For the next loop, it follows the first equation. It means it starts from j is equal to 0 and it traverses up to j less than n minus I minus 1 because once we have sorted the first element, we don't have to sort that again. So we have to uh, subtract that from the first traversal. So right. So in that way, the logic works. So let us traverse. So next, the logic is if array of j is greater than array of j plus 1, then what it does is it has to swap the elements. So here we have to write some swapping statement. Okay, this solves our equation. I think you know how to write swapping, so I will just uh, write by myself. Okay, uh, consider a temp state. So for swapping, it is just a 3-line statement. So we just have to declare a temp variable. Okay, initially what we are doing, so we are creating a bucket, empty bucket called as temp. In that we are putting array of jth element so that we can put array of j plus 1th element to array of j. Now whatever the value which is present in temp empty bucket, so that we have to put into array of j plus 1. So the swapping is done. So this is simple logic for swapping. So in this way it works. So now let us understand the this logic by traversing to this particular problem. Okay. So in how many passes the sorting can happen? Say for example 2, 10, 8, 7, right? The first pass. So for first pass 2, 10, 8, 7. Okay. So this is the first pass. So 2 is already started. So let us consider n is equal to size is 4, and this is I is equal to I is equal to 0th. It is starting from this point. Okay. Now if you see, j is equal to 0. Okay. J is equal to 1. J is equal to 2. So by the time it reaches 2, it gets sorted for the first position. Say now for first position we have to, it will compare each and every element, right? 2 and 10. So 2 is automatically sorted first by default. So it compares 10 with 8. So what it does, it compares 10 with 8. So now what it does, it moves 8 to this position and pushes 10 to this position. So by the time it reaches this point, so the output which we can receive is, so now it compares again 10 and 7. So 2, 8, 10 it pushes to this position, 7 comes to this position, so 7, 10. Okay, so this is the output which we can expect from first pass. So here ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ maximum element is pushed to its final position. Okay, this is what happening. Okay, we are done with the first position. That means first pass. Let us pass to the second pass. So in second pass, what happens? So second pass occurs in 3 steps. So the previous output is, so here the I is equal to 1. Okay, again it goes to the J. So now we can expect it is the second most element is sorted. That means pushed to its end. So now let us say we got 2, 8, 7, 10, the previously received output. Okay, so now again we have to compare these two elements. So this is sorted. Again we have to compare these two elements. Okay, again it is pushed to left, it is pushed to right. 7, 8, 10. Okay, you can see the third pass you don't have to like, you don't need third pass because it's already sorted. Again it will go to third pass. If it reaches to I is equal to 2, if you observe here, 8, 10, it compares these three elements again. So n minus 1th pass. Okay, so again here, third maximum element reaches to its final position. Okay, so the second pass. So you can see that uh, how the sorting works, the two opal sort works in this way. So it works in this manner. What it does initially, so it compares each and every element one by one. So it pushes the maximum element to the last position. This is what done by the bubble sort. Okay. Next, let us. So this is a previously asked question. So you can try changing inputs. You can apply the same logic which is provided by me. Okay. Next, let us uh, talk about selection sort. Again, it is also repeat question. So let us. Okay. In this array. So in selection sort also we have to take an array as an input and size. Say for example we have 5, 8, 20 to 18 as our input. Okay. So let us consider this as an array. So this is a received array with n is to n is equal to size is 6. Okay. So we need these two arguments to sort this particular array. So what are the things that I have to consider? So initially we start with index 0, right? Index 0 in the start ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು we have to traverse through the array to sort the uh, technique, like to sort all elements. So what is the basic idea here? So the basic idea in selection sort is here we will declare a variable called as minimum index. Initially we will pass a minimum index as I itself. So then what happens when it traverses to the whole array, it finds some element, okay, which is actually less than array of j is less than array of minimum index. Then what it does is it swaps the element, okay, and in the minimum index we'll have that index value. Say for example in fourth index, that means let us talk about this. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in fourth index we got uh, the smallest element, so it sorts it swaps say 2 to the first element. Next ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ ಇದು, it swaps second element to the first element and first element to the fourth element. Okay, this is how it works. So we are sorting based on a variable that is minimum index. So and this minimum index is stored in a minimum index variable. For the next traversal again the minimum index changes, because then for next traversals it finds the minimum number in first position, right? So then the minimum index becomes 1, and again it need not sort because it is in correct position. So if we observe this, so let us work this on. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಎರಡು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಇಯರ್ 2 ಇಯರ್ 10 18. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ it is I is equal to 0 and the minimum index is 4, right? In this case I is equal to 1 with minimum index 1 because it is in first position, right? So now this is done. Let us continue the same. So we need 3 more to understand the logic. Okay, now if you observe here, ಇಲ್ಲಿ the I is equals to 2, yeah, I is equals to 2, minimum index would be 2 because in second we have to sort the second element. So now it is sorted. So 2 5 sort agide, 2 5 ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು sort ಆಯಿತು. Now we have to sort the element which is positioned in second index. Okay, this we have to consider. So this is what the minimum index now. So again it is sorted. So if you say, so in this uh, traversal itself, let us understand this. If the minimum index becomes 2, so this will also get sorted, yeah. Okay, these 3 are sorted and we have to sort the rest of the 3 elements. Say for example, now we have I is equal to 3, here for I is equal to 3, minimum index is what, 4, 0 1 2 3. So this we have to sort to this position, this we have to swap to this position. Okay, so now what happens in this case, minimum index is 3, so 2 5 8 10 20 18, again these 3, these 4 will get sorted. So finally what is remaining, so for the minimum index 18, that means the minimum index would be 5 here. So for minimum index 5, I is equal to 5th iteration ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, this fourth one, what we do, we have to swap this 8 into 4th position and 20 to 5th position. Okay, so in this way it works. Finally it gets sorted, sorry, 18, 20. Okay, in this way it gets sorted. So anyway, it will check for this as well. So we know that it is sorted because for n is equal to 6, it will check for sixth time as well. If it is sorted, then it gives the output as this array 2, 5, 8, 10, 18, 20. So finally it is sorted. So if you wanna write the exact logic for this, so it is again simple. We have to take two particular arguments. Okay, so we have to consider one is an array, one is size of an array. Okay, now you have to traverse from where? From I is equal to 0 to I less than n. So you have to traverse the array. Now we have to declare the minimum index is I. Okay, so for next loop, j starts from I plus 1. Okay, so again it won't start with the first element, it starts with the I plus 1, j less than n, j plus plus. Okay, so here again the same logic at most. What is that logic? If array of j element is less than, okay, here it is swapping in a different way because we are using minimum index as a reference. So it is less than minimum index, then what we want? We want minimum index to be, we want j to be placed in minimum index. Okay, coming out, we have to swap them. So here we will be applying swap logic. So again, what is the logic for swap? Again it is same, we have to declare a temp variable. So what we want to swap? We want to swap something which is present in array of ith index. So this is put to the temp. So for the element which is present in array minimum index, so this element should be swapped to array of I. So finally the element which is present in temp should be swapped to array of minimum index. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, so these two are the repeated questions for many times. So please don't neglect solving these as saying them. These are very easy questions. Okay, you should have a grip on the questions which might be asking many times. So in next class we'll start with the other topic. So until then, stay tuned. If you have any doubts, you can contact to our team. So you can contact deanglobalai@gmail.com. Okay. So download our application Dean Global AI, which is present available in Play Store. You can download. For more queries, you can contact our team or else you can visit our office. Okay. Thank you.